This is Oris, the old guy from www.oldguytalks.com, talking to you a little bit about the events that have happened this last week. The word phobia and the terrorist attack in Orlando. First of all, this word phobia, phobic, to tell the truth, doesn't have any effect on me, not anymore. It's way overused, way overused. It's a way to keep you silent, make you feel like you got some sort of mental disorder, this word phobia, and it's just, time to move on, has lost its effect like a lot of words that are overused by the regressive politically correct movement. So I don't really give a shit anymore about being labeled a phobic or phobia. I don't like liver. I don't like liver and onions. I hate that. I hate the smell of it. But I'm not afraid of it. So it's not a phobia. So let's get past that stupid little word and not be affected, not be intimidated by people that are using that word against us. So it's about 6 days since the attack in Orlando at the gay club at Pulse, and it's a sad thing that's happened. That attack is really an act of war against us and our way of life. Now, some people say branded a hate crime because it happened against a gay club, and I can understand that, but I'm not really into that kind of identity politics because I view it as an attack against us here in the United States and our way of life. Now, there have been many targets that are not gay. There was that university up at, I think it's called Pacific State University in Seattle, where they attacked a Christian school, a private Christian university. And the only reason the carnage was not so bad up there, only one person died, was that when the gunman was reloading, the Islamic radical, there again, was reloading his gun, one of the students pepper sprayed him and took away his weapon. Which gets me to the point here is that we cannot be sheep. We cannot be laid down. We've been so put in such a space that we need to, that I've been taught to be domesticated. That's the word I was looking for, domesticated. We can't lay down. We got to be active, especially if things are happening around us. We just can't do it. So let me get back to this whole thing. See, it could have been a Christian university with massive casualties. It could be another gay club. It could be a Jewish synagogue. These Islamic radicals hate us, hate our way of life, and they hate the whole United States, not just parts of it. Now, they do have a special dislike for gays. It's very predominant that they hate gays in their culture. There's lots of studies. There's Gallup polls that bear that out. So there's not tolerance that's that's exhibited, and they hate Christians, they hate Jews. So there's a lot of hate there that needs to be countered. Now, talking about countering, we have this whole thing, this refugee thing going on, and we don't need to really import these people into the United States. First of all, we can't, because we can't properly vet them. We don't know who they are, and that makes it very, very dangerous to have these people. One of the statistics that many people don't realize is that approximately 70% of these so-called refugees are young men. Now, that's really disproportionate because many Muslim families are very large. These numbers, these refugees, should be disproportionately children. And where are the women? 15% are children, 15% are women, and the rest of them are young men. What is going on here? What is really going on? I think you can figure that out. So, and we cannot move in the direction that Europe is moving. My recommendation, my belief, is that we should set up refugee camps somewhere in the Middle East. There's plenty of places that can be done, and they should be adequately protected from ISIS and other people that would do harm to the people in the refugee camps. But we cannot import them. Secondly, we're doing a very, very bad job of educating and supporting the people that are already here, the citizens of the United States. Our public schools, our high schools are a mess in many situations, especially in the larger cities like Chicago and Newark and other places. They are a mess, and they're not doing right by the kids that are already here. Thirdly, I think we're actually at number 3 here. We can't have the same problem that they're having in Europe. Uh, you know, things are bad over there. Sweden has become the rape capital of Europe. That's right. Everyone wanted to go when I was in the 70s. Everybody thought, oh gosh, I'm going to go to Sweden, meet up with a young, blonde Swedish girl and have a good time. Well, I wouldn't go to Sweden. I wouldn't let my family go to Sweden these days because it's a dangerous place. It's gotten so bad that Sweden in this year is planning on deporting 80,000 so-called refugees back to where they came from because of the problems that they're having. I believe this is going to be a trend in other countries in Europe as the problem increases. In Germany, you've got women being assaulted on a regular basis, raped, molested, refugees, so-called refugees, spitting on female doctors in emergency rooms demanding to be treated by males. Why is Europe coddling these people? Why are they? They should really, one bad thing you do, you should be deported. This is not normal. I don't understand why this political correctness, why this fear of dealing with the situation as it presents itself. Speaking of political correctness, people are talking about the interviews and of the shooter in Orlando, and one of the things that the Obama administration did when they came into office is they removed certain words from FBI training manuals: jihad, caliphate, radical Islamists. Now, how do agents work? How can they actually be in the field trying to investigate these things when these words are not allowed? Not allowed because of the insane PC culture that exists in this administration. So things have got to change, folks. Things have got to change, and this election is very important. Yes, I am a Trump supporter. I believe he's the man to change things and shake them up. I don't understand what Paul Ryan is doing. I think he's mincing words. He's kind of dancing around. He's really almost trying to lose the presidency a second time. Now, he won't be on the ticket, but he's trying to lose the presidency a second time by his actions. Get on board, Paul Ryan. You too, Mitt Romney. I mean, it's just you're totally out of touch with what's going on in the United States and have fallen. You've fallen for the political correctness that is exhibited today. I mean, let's get real about what's actually happening. So, this is Ors the Old Guy from www.oldguytalks.com signing off, telling you to speak out about this. Let your elected representatives know how you feel about it and create a kick-ass life. Take care.